Hi, it's the M.L.M for this old channel. I do have a new topic for today. Before I begin, I just would like to say, may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance before you, Hashem. And some people I think have inspired me. I hope they can inspire you as well. And I will have links below to their sites. They are Rabbi Yossi Mizrahi, Rabbi Eli Mansour, Rabbi Lon Anava, Rabbi Yuval Ovadia, Rav Daniel Asur, Rabbi Ron Ruvain, and Rabbi David Ashir. And as well, if you've never checked out this channel before, I will have a link below to my first video, which explains what M.L.M for the soul means, what it stands for, what I'm doing. So this is again for the upcoming Powershot, which is actually a double header, as we say, or a double portion. It's Powershot Matot-Masei, or Matos, depends how you pronounce it. And this is again from Rabbi Eli Mansour's Weekly Insights, and I call this a special opportunity for growth. So the 3-week period from Shiva Asar B'Tammuz through Tisha B'Av, which we are currently observing, is commonly known as the period of Bein HaMetzarim, which means literally in between the barriers. The word Metzar, barrier, can mean distress, and thus this period is called Bein HaMetzarim, as it is a bookend by the 2 mournful days of Shiva Asar B'Tammuz and Tisha B'Av. The source of the expression Bein HaMetzarim is the 3rd verse of the book of Echa, which we read on Tisha B'Av. The verse laments, Kol Rodefeha, Hisiguha ben hamitzarim. It's just phonetic. It's transliterated, so I'm trying to read it. So all her pursuers caught up to her in between the barriers. This alludes to the fact that the enemies of Yerushalayim succeeded in breaching the wall and destroying the city together with the Beit HaMikdash during this inauspicious period of Bein HaMetzarim. However, one of the Hasidic rabbis offered an additional insight into this verse. The word rodefeha, which is her pursuers, can be read as rodefei ka, those who pursue Hashem. Accordingly, this verse can be understood to mean that all those who, quote, pursue a relationship with the Almighty, who sincerely seek to draw close to Him, to elevate themselves and to attain Kedusha, which means sanctity, are granted this opportunity specifically during this period of Bein HaMetzarim. Another rabbi noted that the 21 days during this 3-week period correspond to the first 21 days of the month of Tishrei, which is the exciting, inspirational period from Rosh Hashanah through the end of Sukkot. The days of Bein HaMetzarim are a time of special opportunity for growth, no less than the sacred days of Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot. How can this be? How can such a dark period, a period of mourning, a period characterized by calamity, upheaval, and destruction, be days of opportunity? The answer is that the brightest light is often concealed by the thickest layers. Or to use a more precise analogy, the most precious treasures are always the least visible and least accessible assets. When somebody has something very valuable, he hides it to the best of his ability. Similarly, opportunities for achieving the greatest levels of Kedusha are hidden and concealed by the thickest covering of impurity, of spiritual darkness. Just like a thief must work very hard to access a well-hidden and well-protected treasure, so must we work very hard to access the spiritual treasures concealed beneath the thick layers of impurity which cover it. These days of Bein HaMetzarim have great potential for greatness. They outwardly appear as dark, hopeless time of sorrow and angst, but in truth they are days of extraordinary potential. If we work hard enough, we can penetrate through the thick layer of darkness and reveal the great spiritual light beneath it, elevating ourselves to spiritual heights which we would otherwise be unable to reach. This is true not only of the period of Bein HaMetzarim, but of all dark periods in our lives. Many people have attested that it was during the most difficult and trying times that they felt the closest to Hashem. The Talmud teaches Habibin Yeshurin. I don't know, I might be pronouncing that wrong. Chavivin Yisurin. Sorry, it's hard when it's transliterated. Chavivin Yisurin into English. Afflictions are precious. Of course, afflictions themselves are anything but precious, but they are opportunities to achieve something precious, to rise to the greatest heights, and to draw especially close to Hashem. As we said, this takes a great deal of hard work. May we all have the strength and the wisdom to put in the effort needed during this trying time to uncover the priceless treasures of the dark but special days of Bein HaMetzarim, to find the potential within the darkness, and to utilize the unique opportunity we have during this time to make ourselves better and holier people. And I hope and pray that we'll all merit to live and see the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days and rebuilding of our final everlasting Beit HaMikdash. Amen, and thanks for watching.